Hi, Ulster here. Just wanted to come in and show a video from our last war against North Remembers. As you can see, we didn't do very well. We didn't have our best war and we got beat pretty badly. But I want to show an attack that I made that a lot of people have requested a video on, so I'll move on and show it here. So this is a bowler walk. So utilizing this new troop that has been around for a while and that frankly have been quite hard to put to use. But in this way, I think it's actually quite useful. So let's pause it here before we get started. So this is a typical Town Hall 10 base, pretty well upgraded, not maxed by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, it's built to be anti-AQ walk. So if you let your queen walk along any of the sides, she'll be able to pick off one or two buildings, but she won't be able to get very far into the base because of the way the defenses are stacked. So at the same time, there's a lot of defenses like the expos that will target the queen, so she will be under heavy fire and you would probably have to rage her quite a lot to make her survive. But in this case, the bowlers come in quite handy because they have a much further range than what the queen has. The queen can only pick out the outer row of uh, buildings, but the bowlers actually target that same row, but also the buildings that are behind. So they are much better for creating a funnel. And also getting them to do a walk with healers is quite useful because they will reap the full benefit of the healers, whereas the queen and the other heroes, of course, only receive half of the healing powers of the healer. So 4 healers are more than enough to keep the bowlers alive. So in this case, I started out at about 3 o'clock, releasing 6 bowlers and 4 healers, and let them walk down towards 6 o'clock. And that point, I released the remainder of my troops and sort of try to go straight into the base towards the 2 Inferno towers, because once those Inferno towers are down, the rest of the defenses are all actually not that impressive. Uh, so let's start and see how this goes. So here comes the bowlers, 4 healers behind. They start working their way towards the base, and you can see they are pretty effective at cleaning out and funneling, uh, basically removing the outer layer and also the one behind. So you can see they can target that archer tower, which the queen would not be able to reach. So they clear out that whole side, which means that when I release my troops into that compartment, they have nowhere to go but inside the base. So there comes a golem, a couple of giants, blow up that outer wall, release the remainder of the heroes, and then we let the redheads in. And they will just chew through that wall into the main compartment without any wall breakers. I just put a raid spell so that will rage up them. Freeze the first Inferno Tower, just have the Volks running towards the center, freeze the second one, and boom, no Inferno Towers anymore. Uh, and that's pretty much it of the base. I'm just going to pause here and point out the 2 hogs that I released at about 7 o'clock towards that cannon. I released them to remove that cannon because I figured my troops would not go back and target them. Turns out that those 2 hogs really paid off. They're going to clean out about 4 of 5 defenses and actually survive to the end of the raid. So that's really good value. The bowlers, on the other hand, they died out pretty quickly. I thought they would survive a little bit more and help with cleanup within the base, but they didn't. But the heroes survived and they will actually do most of the cleanup inside the base. I released my last wizard on the outside to do cleanup on the trash on the outside. And as you can see, this base is pretty much wrecked now. There's no way it's going to survive with uh, the Archer Queen with healers, a couple of giants. The Golem is still up. Um, I haven't used the AQ ability even. And then I have the two wizards on the outside that are just cleaning up the trash. So it turned out that this was a very efficient way of funneling your troops towards the center by clearing out that whole compartment between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Uh, the troops didn't have anywhere to go but right into the base, and those Inferno towers were down within 15 seconds of my releasing the troops. So, yeah, the rest is just clean up, and I'm trying to perfect this method. I think it's really useful method that will come in handy on a lot of these bases that are built against stopping the AQ walks. So we'll see if this is something that we'll come back to. Um, but at least it's nice to see the little blue smurfs being put to good use. So, hope you enjoy this and see if we can come back with some more videos later. Bye.